So, good afternoon, everyone. So, today we are dealing with the thyroid issues. Okay, so if you see these three organs, this is the thyroid gland. Okay, so in this topic, I'm going to discuss that now in every home, you are seeing that moreover, most of the person they are suffering from thyroid issues. Okay, somebody suffer from the hypothyroidism, somebody in hyperthyroidism. Okay, so in the thyroid issues, what are the symptoms you look for? You look for there is no hair loss. There's something a slow metabolism, that is lethargy. The patient always feel like lethargy. There is a dry hair. Also, there is a weight gain, and also there is sometimes there is a loss of eyebrows also. So these are these three like few of the symptoms. Now here in this topic, we have to find out what are the root cause, or you need to find out what are the three main organs you need to look into thyroid issues. So we have to look here the three different organs. So one, this is liver, and this is ovary, and this is kidney. Okay, so let's see. If you see in this diagram, we know that T3, that is basically from the anterior pituitary, that is from the brain of the anterior pituitary. So there is a secretion of an hormone which is known as your thyroid stimulating hormone. Okay, so let me start this. Yeah, so यहाँ से suppose this is in brain, and from the brain, from the anterior pituitary, the hormone which is secreted, that is of TSH hormone called thyroid stimulating hormone. Okay, now this thyroid stimulating hormone, and this will, what it will do, it will tell the thyroid gland to produce T4, that is it will, there is some receptors. With the help of the receptors and some enzymes, the thyroid stimulating gland tell the thyroid gland to produce T4. Okay, now this is the T4. तो जब आप टेस्ट रिपोर्ट देखोगे T3, T4 and the TSH. Okay, so these are the hormones which is secreted from the thyroid gland. Now this T4 is an inactive form. Okay, to make it active form, it need to be converted into the T3. So इसको convert करना पड़ेगा in the T3, and this is going to take place in the liver. Okay, this is going to take place in the liver. So there are then various type of the like enzymes which help in the conversion of this T4 into the active form of the T3. Now T3 is an active form, and this is circulating in the bladder. Now suppose if you have problem with the gallbladder, or you have problem with the like liver, for example, what are the symptoms you need to find out? There is a burping, belching, there is a gaseous distension of the abdomen, there is a bloating, and also the right shoulder pain. So these are the symptoms that you have to look into the gallbladder and the liver. So you need to support that organ, because these are help in the synthesis of the from the conversion of the from T4 to T3. So one of the main factor is the gallbladder and the liver. Okay, now the second one. Okay, so if I'm moving it here, so this is your adrenal gland. Here is an adrenal gland. So basically this is a kidney, and above the kidney, so this is a kidney, and above the kidney there is an adrenal gland. Okay, so there are the two kidney, and we have two adrenal gland, and this adrenal gland, they secrete some hormones. Now this also affect the thyroid gland, but the mechanism is somewhat different, not directly. It in the way it creates some autoimmune diseases. Okay, it creates some autoimmune disease है. So we know that what is autoimmune disease. हमें पता है कि autoimmune disease है क्या. इसमें क्या होता है, जो अपने ही सेल्स है वो अपने ही बॉडी के सेल्स को अटैक करते हैं. ठीक है, so what happened in the thyroid gland, the cells of the thyroid gland attacking its own cells. तो thyroid gland के जो cells है वो खुद के ही बॉडी को अटैक करते हैं. So these are the autoimmune disease. अगर आप किसी से भी पूछो कि what is the cause of the autoimmune disease, क्या कारण है, so one of the main reason is the stress. और देयर इज ड्यू टू स्ट्रेस होगा, बहुत शॉक होगा, फॉर एग्जांपल आफ्टर लाइक लॉस ऑफ फाइनेंशियल लॉस, या बहुत स्ट्रेस है, इमोशनल स्ट्रेस आफ्टर द डिवोर्स. सो दीज आर सम ऑफ द रीजन एंड you will get the autoimmune disease or of a death of a near and the dear one. That these are the stress situation which resulting in the autoimmune diseases in the body. Okay, so these are the another cause. So here we need to find out the cause and we need to deal with this situation, like the stress one. Now the other one important is if you have overactive ovaries. ठीक है. So in the female these are ये दो ovaries है, अगर ovary बहुत overactive हो जाए तो कैसे समझ में आएगा? Suppose what are the symptoms? Obviously there is a bloating and also PMS, premenstrual syndrome. Menses के 6-7 दिन आगे या 4-5 दिन आगे, if there is a severity of the headache or there is a breast tenderness or there is an heaviness feeling of the body, कुछ heavy feeling हो रहा है, lower back pain हो रहा है, these are the severe migraine issues also sometimes increase हो जाते हैं. PMS what it shows कि कुछ inflammation है body में. Okay, so there is an over, and these are the result of the overactive ovary. Okay, and we know that ovary, what it produces estrogen. Okay, and then the high amount of the estrogen which result in what? PMS. Second is heavy bleeding. There is an heavy bleeding or severe cramping pain in the abdomen. ठीक है, जैसे कि dysmenorrhea जिसको बोलते हैं medical term, that is your cramping pain और द यूटेराइन फाइब्रॉइड. सो व्हाट दिस डू करते क्या है, ये जो ईस्ट्रोजन हार्मोन है, द ओवर एक्टिंग ओवरी व्हेन दे प्रोड्यूस एक्सेसिव अमाउंट ऑफ द ईस्ट्रोजन, इट विल block the receptors of the thyroid gland and they block their activities. Okay, so here we need to find out, we need to give something which will help in this PMS or this overactive estrogen. So अगर आप देखोगे कि these are the three main organs you need to look into this. One is liver, which is an important. In the next video, I will tell you about the cholesterol and everything mechanism, क्या क्या mechanism होते हैं. Okay, and liver is useful for what the reason, so everything that will be in the next video. So adrenal gland and also the ovaries, that is hyperactive ovary. So जब भी आपके पास or if you are suffering from the thyroid issue, you need to see that these are the problems you are suffering from or not. ठीक है. One is your liver problem where the most symptoms will be the bloating, abdomen fullness, बहुत belching हो रहा है, और sometimes pain in the right hypochondrium और कभी कभी right shoulder में भी pain होता है. That means you have to see that you have a problem with this organs in the gallbladder, okay, or in the liver. Okay, or if it is too much, the adrenal gland, there is an, are you suffering an adrenal gland also, what they will do, they will give an autoimmune disease, and the main cause of the autoimmune disease is the stress है, जो stress है. Okay, और जो तीसरा जो organ है, that is अगर overactive ovary हुआ, then it will secrete estrogen, बहुत ज़्यादा estrogen secrete करेगा. And then how will you identify कि हाँ मुझे मेरी overactive ovary है? You will feel that PMS symptoms. तो menses के 4-5 दिन आगे आते हैं. There is a heaviness feeling in the abdomen, in the back. Okay, headache, migraines, all type of problem. Also heavy bleeding. या तो irregular bleeding होगा या तो heavy bleeding होगा. So if you see that most of the person जिनको PCOD के problems होते हैं, they by default suffer from the thyroid problems because these two mechanisms or these two organs are interrelated with each other. So that's all about, and it is better to go with the holistic mode of the treatment, whether it is homeopathy or in other mode of which is holistic in nature, so that you can balance these three organs. Okay, so that's much. Thank you.